Hello, my name is Bruno Fraga, and this is my presentation for contemporary social problems. The topic I chose is homelessness. This issue has become more personal to me over time, especially with what I've seen in Worcester. Today, I'll share why I chose this topic, what I've learned, and how it changed how I see things going forward. Introduction. I've been seeing more people experience homelessness in Worcester, which is the city that I work. I've been noticing more and more especially around the city. At first, I didn't think too deeply about it. It was just something I saw in passing. But after a while, I started asking myself what their stories might be and how they got there. It made me think about how easy it is to overlook people who are going through a tough time. How it is easy to walk by someone who's struggling, not even realize it. We're all busy, but that doesn't mean we should ignore people who are clearly in pain or in need. This topic became personal for me when I started having intense dreams about losing everything while my wife was pregnant with our first child. This issue got very, very personal. I had these recurrent dreams that I lost everything, our home, our stability, and I was leaving on the streets. It was intense and unsettling. It made me realize how close and scary the reality could be. I realized those dreams are just about fear. Even though we were financially okay, I was carrying a deep fear of not being able to protect my family. That gave me a glimpse of what that kind of anxiety must feel like for every day. For someone who actually is experiencing homelessness. State of the topic. Homeless is tied to many issues like housing, costs, mental health, trauma, addiction, and job loss. Homeless is never caused just by one thing. It's usually a combination. Joe Hunt's TEDx talk highlighted how people ignore him when he was homeless. This was one of the videos I've watched. Joe Hunt talked about being treated like he was invisible when he lived on the street. That part really stuck with me because I realized I've walked by people without even making eye contact every day. Another video I watched was this woman from LA. She became homeless after um, escaping abuse. She had a job and a child, but without housing, everything collapsed. It made me realize that homeless can happen even to people who are trying their best. These stories really change how I view the issue. Hearing both of these stories changed the way I see homelessness. It's not always about laziness or addiction. Sometimes it's just about not having anyone to help when life falls apart and you need that support. Statistics. Over 653,000 people were homeless in the US in the early 2023. This is according to HUD. 30% were in families. Over 140,000 were chronically homeless. Massachusetts, homeless rose by 12% in 1 year. That's incredible. Many struggle with mental health, addiction, or transition from foster care or prison. Future research proposal. I would like to compare housing first programs versus traditional shelters. Housing first gives people home right away and adds support. Shelters often come with restrictions and less stability. One example, I knew someone who was really going through a tough time and transitioning, and they had a dog, and unfortunately, the shelter did not accept them. So this person was just camping somewhere. It was incredibly sad because they wouldn't accept the dog. I would like to look at housing stability, job outcomes, and recovery. I think this will give us some idea of trends and what could be causing this. I'd like to know if people would support uh, the services or enforcement. It'd be interesting to see where people would like to put their money to. Also, how the media and politics shape our public views. I think understanding this could also help create more compassionate policies. Personal reflection. This project made me reflect on how my own fears and observations. I now notice the same people in Worcester and wonder about their stories. He also reminded me how close many people are to homelessness. It did inspire me to try to be more present and compassionate in a daily life. Making eye contact, smiling, or just acknowledge someone instead of just walking by. These small moments, I think we don't know at times, but it could probably change people's lives. These are the references. These are the references I use in my presentation. The course textbook, 2 YouTube videos, and HUD's 2023 annual report. This is the end of the presentation. Thank you for viewing it. I appreciate it. This has been a great experience, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you.